With the country expanding the scope of travel ban, the struggling travel industry faces another blow. Let's hear from Philippine Airlines spokesperson Cielo Villaluna. Cielo, thank you so much for joining us on the program. Taking a look at the list, Philippine Airlines flies regularly to about 4 out of the 20 countries and territories on the list. You have Canada, Japan, Hong Kong, and Singapore. Share with us, give us some clarity. Is this a travel ban or is this a passenger ban?
All right, you are correct. The most important term would be it's a passenger ban because you are right in saying, Rico, that of the 20 flagged countries, Philippine Airlines flies to and from Canada, Singapore, Japan, and Hong Kong. And within the period December 30 all the way up to January 15, 2021, flights to these 4 of 20 countries where Philippine Airlines operates will push through. However, we will only be accepting Filipino nationals on these flights to the Philippines from the 4 countries where we fly to, the 4 of the 20 flagged countries. Of course, when we talk about London, we had already canceled London last December, and this covers the period December 24 all the way up to end of February 2021. So that is already a different issue altogether. But as for the 4 areas or countries, Canada, Singapore, Japan, and Hong Kong, we will continue flying. We will only carry Filipino nationals from December 30, that's today, all the way up to January 15, 2021. We will not carry foreign nationals. When we say foreign nationals, these are individuals who originate from any of the 20 countries. And of course, foreign nationals who have history of travel in any of the 20 countries and in transit travel as well within the period of 14 days prior to their supposed arrival in the Philippines, we will not accept.
So, Cielo, for these 4 areas, when Filipino nationals arrive, even though they're negative with an RT-PCR, they have to quarantine for 14 days. Can they choose the hotel to quarantine, or is there an assigned government accommodation?
All right. The government has made a pronouncement that there are 2 hotels located in Tagaytay City, which will serve as a quarantine facility for both OFWs and non-OFWs from any of the 20 flagged countries. However, they are also giving Filipino OFWs and non-OFWs the choice because the government facility assigned in Tagaytay, that is a 14-day period, and that will be shouldered by the Philippine government. But if the passenger from this country, from any of the 20 countries would like another facility, then they can approach the OWA help desk, the Overseas Workers Welfare Administration desk at the terminal, Terminal 2 on arrival, and the accommodation will be shouldered if that is the decision. So these are the options available. That will be the period, 14 days, and even if they turn out to be positive, negative, when it comes to the RT-PCR test results, they have to continue, Rico, the 14-day quarantine. And if they turn out positive, of course, there is a procedure. They will be turned over to the appropriate health facility.
At least there's some clarity right now from what you just said, Cielo, that it is a passenger ban and not a travel ban. And these Filipino nationals who are arriving in the country will be housed and accommodated, and their accommodations will be paid for by the government. But we just mentioned earlier, Cielo, that the government is ready to include the United States in its current travel or passenger ban. Does this affect your operations going forward? And what kind of passengers come from the U.S. to Manila and from Manila to the U.S.?
All right, we have not yet received any official pronouncement from the government, nor from the IATF, or from any other agency about the inclusion of the United States as part of the list of flagged countries. As to your question about the profile of passengers from Manila to from the Philippines to the United States, most are tourists, and of course, people who are essential travelers, those with a work waiting for them in the United States, or those traveling for schooling purposes. Now, in reverse, travelers to Manila from the United States are mostly visiting friends and relatives. Now, In this COVID period, of course, you have the returning Filipinos who would like to come back to the motherland, the home country. So basically, Rico, those are the profile of passengers.
Thank you so much for clarifying this for us, that it's a passenger ban and not a travel ban, and how it may impact Philippine Airlines going forward. Cielo Villaluna, the spokesperson of the nation's flag carrier.